Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Peterborough. Friday night is hockey night and we've got the Planet Ice NIHL National Division Cup Final first leg underway. We've got the Peterborough Phantoms against our visitors this evening, the Leeds Knights, and we should be in for one of the best nights of hockey here in Peterborough this season. My name's Phil Smith. It's Phil and Alan Storer calling the game for you tonight. The officials are just making their way onto the ice, and as you can see on your screens on the game slate, Hugh Poulton and Stephen Matthews have the armbands. Jason Earl and Jonathan Saw are the linesmen for this evening, and the music's just died down in the rink. The Leeds Knights are just about leaving their locker room. Alan, the two teams have played 6 times this season. Leeds lead the series 4-2, but the Phantoms have won a double-header against the Knights. Going to be a big night this evening. I'm not sure you can win a cup final in the first leg. I think you can lose it.
You certainly can. And when we take a look at the head-to-head there, that last result, that 9-3 drubbing that the visitors inflicted on us last time they were here, will have resonated in the minds of the Phantoms. They will be going all out to make sure that doesn't happen again. Leeds have been boosted by the return of Zach Brooks, who, let's not forget, on 79 points this season, was absent for that absolute tonking. Phantoms will have their hands full, but we know they will be up for the fight tonight.
The old barn is about as full as it gets, and is reminiscent of the glory years. Peterborough, a storied city in terms of British ice hockey, and the fans in the rink are making some noise already. The Leeds Knights are out of their locker room. We expect them to be led out by Sam Gospel, and just before we get going, use the hashtag PPVLK on our live stream on Twitter, and if it's family friendly and if we get the chance to do it, we'll read them out, and we do look forward to having you on board. Despite the fact that the Phantoms dropped their game against the Leeds Knights last time round, the Leeds Knights fans were awesome, both in the rink and on Twitter, and we look forward to this broadcast where we're close to having the biggest live stream audience the Phantoms have ever had. So the Leeds Knights take to the ice, and the lights will come up in a moment when the Phantoms are on the rink. But yeah, the Knights are wearing their black and yellow jerseys, the blue helmets, and the Phantoms are taking to the ice, led out by number 33, Jordan Marr.
And I feel I should point out that is a smoke machine and not somebody leaving the door open to the locker room.
Well, both teams are on the ice. I just need someone to turn the lights on. And there we go. Oh, it's a great spectacle. The arena here in Peterborough is, well, it's got its idiosyncrasies. It's not one of the modern rinks that you might play in and we travel around the country and see our teams in. But I tell you what, when it's full and it's jumping, it's as good a place to watch hockey as there is at this level. It's a great venue. The fans are on the ice almost, and they get behind their team and they get in the grill of the opposition. So if we look at the lineups, the Leeds Knights have already been announced in the rink, but there are some big names for the Leeds Knights. Alan, who stands out for you?
So, for me, it's difficult to look past Matt Cowlett, who absolutely terrorised the Phantoms last time out. Witkowski, quality player, shown in his short time with them. Of course, Kieran Brown, Cole Shudra. I could go on and on. Sam Gospel, last time out, was an absolute force field in front of that Leeds net. It's going to be difficult, I think, to get past him.
When I looked at the stats, Brown, Shudra, Brooks, Hayward and Cooper, obviously Cooper not here, have all scored more than the highest point scoring Phantom, Glenn Billing. There's goals from front to back, and I'm going to get it out of the way now. A big welcome back to former Fan TV commentator, erstwhile Leeds Night D-man, Agent Barry. We look forward to getting him some action later on. Pretty much at full strength, missing Corey McEwen. It's a big miss. Corey's had such a good season this year, but we do welcome back. We welcome back Bad Bowering. We welcome back Scott Robson, and all of the signings for next year, the ones that have been signed, sealed, and delivered, which would be Callum Buglas, Brad Bowering, and Billy Thorpe. They're all out on the ice tonight, and we look forward to seeing tonight, next week, till the end of the season, and next year.
Sponsored by DLE State Roofing, it's for Austin Briggs, who celebrates his birthday. So both captains would like to step forward, please.
So, ceremonial puck drop for one of the sponsors, the captains, Weldon and Kieran Brown. So, Footy's dropped the puck, which is something of a rarity. Fan Tom getting behind there. So, we await the anthems, and we'll be back with some cup final action after this short musical interlude.
Please be upstanding and remove your caps for the national anthem.
Perfectly well observed as ever, and we're about to get underway. The Phantoms just skating round their zone. Tom Norton at the blue line, Jordan Marr taking a final drink, and there's one or two Leeds Knights who are still standing at their blue line. Tom Barry, I think it's Tate Shudra, number 28, who wasn't on the game slate that we showed you, and I think that's Carter Hamill as well. And well, there's an air of expectation within the rink this evening. A few tweets have already come in, and I'm looking at Katie, who's watching from Leeds, and last time was here in Peterborough. Well, we hope for a different result as Peterborough fans, but let's hope we get a good game. Ashi Pleb has said that he's watching at home, cheering on the Knights. James Wells watching the stream, while parents and younger brother watching in Peterborough. And John says, come on you Phantoms. All of those fans have used the hashtag PPVLK.
You can too, but we'd love you to.
Big tweet and a big shout out to Doug McEwen, who's watching from Sudbury in Canada. And Doug, it's great to have you on the broadcast tonight. The number 7 retired in our rink, and of course a famous name in British hockey. We're underway. Billing, Spears, Padalecki, the front three for the Peterborough Phantoms, and Glenn Billing, who is the top scoring Phantom in early action. Brooks gets his legs going. Brooks there, number 25, and the puck is tied up behind the Phantoms goal. One of the Phantoms goes to the ice, nothing doing. Flashed in front of Jordan Marr. I have to say to you, that flashed really quickly, and I think it came off Jordan's skate. It looked like a tremendous save. Whether he knew too much about it, the puck was kicked out, and the Phantoms, Susters takes the blue line. and that's going to be cleared by number 27, Cole Shudra, who looked the excellent player that he is last time the Knights were in town. Brad Bowring, excellent prospect, has played at GB at his age, and he's been out the last couple of weeks after a nasty knock. Scott Robson, Hull native, with some good work on the half-boards. Ralph Sasinis. Ralph's trips over the blue line. I think he took a tumble, and that's good pressure again. Sasinis, little reverse, and Phantoms with the early pressure. That's great from Susters, great stick handling. Shot, oh, and it's nearly in. Yes, it's the opener for Ralph Sasinis.
So 1 minute, 43 seconds on the clock. Some excellent approach play from Susters. Sasinis gets the shot away, can't quite make it. Slides the backhand past the despairing Sam Gospel. That's just the start that the Phantoms would have wanted.
Just what Dr. Kulikov drew up before the game. Phantoms lead by 1 with less than 2 minutes on the clock. It's cleared, and Phantoms push in. Phantoms lead by 1. Phantoms have iced the puck. Charlotte tweeted and said, "Come on, Phantoms." Paul Sedgwick says, "Come on, Leeds," from the Leeds official supporters club on a break in Scotland.
So the assist there going to 77. Susters, number 96. Jarvis. So we had a momentary loss of signal there. I do apologise. So we're having a few minor technical issues. We will get back to you as soon as we can.
Good play from Luke Johnson, and it should be collected by the Phantoms in their zone. Phantoms lead by 1. The big chance for the Knights to level it, and good play from Jordan Marr.
There is Oliver Endicott getting involved in a little bit of a fisticuffs. Hopefully you can hear us even if we've lost the
a save
lost
that
the camera.
Jordan would be expecting to make. Okay, sorry for any gremlins. It's cup final night. I know that you won't want to lose the picture, but hopefully it's back with you now. Phantoms pressure on the Leeds Knights in the neutral zone. Billing, Spears and Padlek back on the ice, top line, and the pass is tipped over the halfway line and through the neutral zone. Shot kicked away by Glenn Billing, and it's number 12, and if I'm right, that's Kieran Brown, who slings it in once more. So Phantoms with the early marker, Ralph Sasinis from Martin Susters, and number 96, Jarvis Hunt. Jarvis, who had a terrific game last weekend when the Phantoms beat the Bristol Pitbulls here in Peterborough. So do use the hashtag PPVLK, and we'll try and read your tweets out. That's a giveaway. Poor play from the Phantoms from behind their own goal.
So Matt Howler is pinned to the boards by re-signing Callum Bugler, but Dylan Hare picks it up. Is introduced to the Peterborough Plexi by Will Weldon, and that come round just as far as the Knights. Dylan Hare has it again. Sorry, Hare. We will get used to that.
Dylan Hare was the point man. It's now number 11, Matthew Hayward, who is a name that we've seen so many times through the EPL and the NIHL. The Leeds Knights are stacked with riches from front to back. But of course tonight they are missing Sami Zajac, they are missing Adam Barnes, and the Phantoms will want to capitalise. Bowring, half-board, Nathan Pollard, good work from the hardest working man in Peterborough. Hockey, at least.
Apart from our good selves, of course.
Apart from our good selves. Joe Gretton gets a touch on it. This has been a terrific response, as you'd expect from the Leeds Knights. So the Leeds Knights pushing the Phantoms and again they win it. Pass by Gretton, who's been on the ice for a long while. Long shift and always dangerous when you get a mismatch of lines. Gretton needs to clear the zone and does, and a bit of a bump on the boards. Gretton, great play from Gretton from front to back. Excellent work in his own zone. And that is, for my money, an interference by Griffin. Not cool. And the shot flashes in front of Sam Gospel through the blue paint, but he watches it. He knows that's not going in. Kieran Brown shoots, saved by Jordan Marr, and the Phantoms still lead by the goal. Uzazo PPLK, and again, apologies for the short dropout of the video. Gremlins in the system, probably a little bit of damp.
Yeah, the offending parties during the interval will be strapped to a goal post and forced to face some rug and spear slap shots. But Kieran Brown with the breakaway area. So it'll be Shudra against, I think it was Jarvis Hunt for the face-off. That has eventually come back on the side of the Phantoms. There'll be a battle on the boards, and there'll be a foot race to get that from the corner.
Norton directing traffic, Phantoms to Dylan Hare. Dylan Hare does really well, thought the puck had gone by him, but keeps it in the zone. Now the Phantoms, well, they're outnumbered, but here's Lucas Slakowski, great, skillful player. That rebound straight up the gut. And, well, 24, Mitchell King. Oh, do you know what? That was to Glenn Billing, and unfortunately Glenn couldn't convert.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that was on a line change, and the on-rushing forwards weren't quite there. But there's some real show of intent from the Phantoms so far this period.
I think up and down the league, the supporters of hockey at this level, their money is going to be on the Leeds Knights. Leeds Knights have been the team of 2022-23. But as I said in the opening statement for introducing the game, the Leeds Knights have been beaten by the Phantoms, home and away. And this has been a pretty good start for the home side this evening. Badalek to Spears, Billing over the line, and Sam Gospel flashes leather. Face off in the Leeds zone. On comes Susters, Weldon and Sasenis. Interesting to see that Will Weldon is now effectively, well, is this the third line? Is it the second line?
Yeah, and it's he's the man you want in the face-off circle. He's, we laughing, jokingly call him the king of the face-off circle, but his stats are fantastic. And he brings that grit. I mean, let's say Susters is pretty gritty, but
yeah, I think Will Weldon's, well, we'll come back to that in a moment. Shot, saved by Jordan Marr. It's padded down, goes over the hash marks to the top of the circle, and now Leeds trying to regain possession on the boards. Great play from Griffin, by the way. Bouglas needs to pounce. Chance for the Phantoms. Ralphs has already got one, and it's a blocker save. Tweets coming in at a pace. Charlotte's put one in. I think that's Dorney with Lola cheering on the Knights. Saved by Sam Gospel. Vicky Eggett watching from home. Come on, Knights. Lots of Leeds fans out there. Welcome aboard. Hope you're enjoying it. You've had a great team this year. Elliot Wilding Glandy, or Glandy, apologies if I pronounced right. Up for it, and I think we all are tonight. So apologies if we missed any. Luke Johnson's the point man, and it comes round to the half boards. Phantoms keep it in, just big chance for a break. Almost the man over. The man over is number 6, was number 6, which is Ethan Hare. Good strength from Ethan Hare there, up to the half boards. And again, I just want to give a shout out for a second time to Nathan Pollard. Second time in his own zone on the half boards that he's just cleared the zone. Really important at this stage of the game. And a little bit of a nibble from Luke Johnson on one of the Leeds players.
Yeah, I think he was intimating that the hit from Ethan Hare may have been a little bit late there. That's hockey, and certainly at this stage of a competition, you're going to expect things to ramp up a notch physically.
That was dumped in. Tom Barry doing some defensive work, and that cross-ice pass absolutely takes everybody out. And do you know what? That shot, real quick release, real speed and strengthen the shot, and Robson, who has been injured. Well, that was a slightly late offside call. If it was offside, I don't think it was a hand pass.
Well, it was, yeah, it looked like it was the offside call, but Phantoms had already broken. So it's kind of almost playing the advantage, if such a thing exists in hockey. So the face-off's been moved to the Leeds defensive zone, to the right of the goal as Sam Gospel looks at it.
Phantoms win the draw. Shot comes in from 23, Brad Bowering, and the Phantoms are saying that.
So that looks like
that's
that's
a deflection up and over. I think they were calling for a delay of game penalty. A couple more tweets have come in. Kelly E sat with one half the Leeds Knights. DJ Duo Martin cheering the boys. Laura Berry, great to see Brooks back. Depends on what persuasion you are. You're obviously a Leeds fan. I'm slightly apprehensive if I'm entirely honest with you.
Yeah, but it's good to see him back in Leeds jersey. You know, the skill, the show that he brings. But yeah, would I rather face a Leeds team without him? Well, they saw what we did without him last time.
Big physical play behind the goal. Little tip on that from Jarvis Hunt, and Brooks puts Austin Mitchell-King under pressure. Brad Bowring's got to get to that, and doesn't, takes a tumble. And again, Brad Bowering, one of the players that's returning from injury. That's a trip for me.
But nothing doing, refs looking to let things go tonight.
Heads. I think that could have been called a trip. Duncan Spears under pressure from number 44, Jordan Griffin. Sam Gospel uses his mitt, takes the puck, and we have a face-off. Molly Jessup, full family sat in the bedroom watching the live stream. Welcome back, Zach Brooks.
Grace Eggett's also used that hashtag PVLK, says, come on Knights, watching from Leeds. I think we've got quite a few from
out to Tom Norton in his usual place.
You know, there's a few things you can be sure of in life. Death, taxes, and Tom Norton prowling the blue line.
Padalek, who isn't averse to a physical challenge every now and again. Hugely popular here is Padalek. Scored over 200 goals for the Phantoms. His chance for a shot maybe. Phantoms don't clear it. And now there's need for Norton. Norton's got turned inside out by number 95, Chance. So great hockey move from the Leeds Knights. Number 95, Mac Howlett, who Alan said in the introduction to our game, lit the game up a couple of weeks ago. Plays one of his colleagues in. The shot saved by Jordan Marr.
So Ethan Hare will face off against Will Weldon to the left of Jordan Marr's goal as he looks at it.
Weldon wins the face-up, but the Phantoms are making a meal of it. Sesenis should. Well, is he going to clear the zone? This is, do you know what? He didn't at the first go, but it's the second time. Susters with a pass, looking for Will Weldon. Doesn't get it to Weldon. Phantoms 1, Leeds Knights 0. And we've had 10 minutes and 15 seconds of the first period. Big hit on Luke Johnson, one of the Leeds Knights, I think it is, has lost the stick. And, Stephen Matthews was looking the other way. Phantoms fans thought there was an infringement. Chance? No, it's picked up again. The Leeds Knights choke the defensive zone, and it's a terrible bounce, but the Phantoms have come off better with that one. 77, Martin Susters looking at quarterback the puck, and I'm going to say a big hi to Nicky Watt, who I think has taken the live stream this evening. Former Phantom, hugely popular in his relatively short tenure, and one of the presentation team for the 4,000 and Counting podcast, which is always a great listen, always worth getting onto that one. And I hope Nicky's enjoying the game as well. Saved by Jordan Marr. Tweet us in, Nicky, hashtag PPVLK. Phantoms slowing the game down, and that played forward. Mitchell King got a touch on it, no icing, and Mitchell King comes through a heavy challenge from Bailey Perry up to the half boards. Phantoms looking, here's Callum Bouglas, and a save. Gospel does well, seeing that late, coming through traffic. Phantoms lead by just a single goal at this moment in time. And again, Brooks has just sauntered through the neutral zone. There were 3 orange jerseys in his way, and now it's a no penalty. Leeds come again. Witkowski over the blue line, flashes it in front of the goal. Phantoms have collapsed around Jordan Marr. Man high, Dylan Hare. Paddy plays a short pass. Phantoms, oh, there's a big chance. Oh, Sam Gospel.
Great work
What
from
a save.
Gospel there.
And actually, Will Weldon does superbly well. Looks like he's gone round Gospel, but Gospel reaches out in hungry hippo mode and makes sure that he stops that chance. A few pleasantries being exchanged.
So I think they're obviously exchanging details to send Easter eggs. So that was Weldon and another. We'll bring you the other culprit as soon as we get them.
We've got 7 minutes and 19 seconds of the first period of hockey here in Peterborough to play. It's flown by. I hope you're enjoying it. Kylie Appleyard says, "Go Phantoms." Nice to see Zach Brooks back. Come on, Leeds. Grace Eggett, if I've not read that one out already, has tweeted us too. I hope you're enjoying our broadcast this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, chance for the Leeds Knights to break. Hamill goes into the zone. Hare drives the puck and up high. Just looking to see if I can see any numbers.
If only they had them on the sleeves, it'd make
only
our life a whole lot
notes
easier.
To the Leeds Knight kit manufacturers and designers. Oh, well, we can do that all day long.
So Luke Johnson there gets some attention from the night.
Yeah, that well-known agitator, Luke Johnson.
And then the hand from Mr. Gretton came round and said, "No, sir, not today." But I don't know what they put in Dylan Hare's porridge this morning, but he's been all over the place. Like a one-man wrecking party.
Oh, Brooks. He's having a word with one or two of the Phantoms. And all's fair in a cup final. 6:50 remaining. 1 goal to the Phantoms. No penalties called at this moment in time. Slightly surprising with the intensity of the game's been played. I would have called a couple, one on each side. But fans at home, how do you read it? Phantoms made a great start. Needed to, mind.
Yeah, it's been played at an absolute breathless pace.
Yeah, been well worth the entrance fee this evening. Cole Shudra, who was imperious a couple of weeks ago here in Peterborough, picks the puck up. Dylan Hare, number 24, waits, and the Leeds Knights recycle it, sling it in. Marr with the save. Phantoms, well, it's not pretty, but there's Ralph Sasinis, goal scorer, possessor of the whitest hockey stick in hockey stick world,
and the whitest hair as well.
And the whitest there.
I'm reliably informed he spray paints it white before before every game.
Yeah.
The stick, yeah, not the hair. Just making that clear. Although I don't know, he may do.
Is that puck coming out for the blue line? It is. Great play from Leeds, real pressure, real aggressive forecheck. And who's that there? Let me just see.
That was Witkowski.
I like it. You know, fans can. Well, the puck gets left behind. That was number 11, Matt Hayward. Oh, there's a big chance here. Witkowski waits, and still Mac Howlett drives the goal, and needs to be encouraged to leave the crease. Fans can forgive an awful lot. They can forgive the odd mistake. They can forgive lack of skill. They can't forgive lack of effort, and both teams are laying it down. This evening, they don't want to leave anything in the locker room. Good start. 5 minutes and 32 seconds still on the clock.
It should be remembered, both teams on 3-game weekends this week. We've both got full league programme in addition to tonight's festivities.
Hayward, with all that experience, plays it back, buys some time. Phantoms press, picked up by AMK on his own, got a lot to do. And Sam Gospel looks behind him. It's going to be a face-off in the Leeds zone, and we know, we're pretty confident this is the largest audience on our live stream today, and we've been doing this for about 7 years. Thank you, Super Pete and Lord of All Existence, which is it's quite a claim, Lord of All Existence, but great to have you on the live stream. And this is a great advert for hockey at this level, isn't it? Duncan Spears, good battling on the boards, and the Leeds Knights are going to drive that out of their zone. Picked up by Spears once more, kicked in. Glenn Billing getting some dirty work done. Good hustle on the boards from Glenn Billing, number 72. Nice touch. Here is Billing. There's a man over. It's Padalek. Oh, do you know what? That is a great play from Bailey Perry. Puck gets left behind. Padalek sits down. Dylan Hare.
Yeah, as I said earlier, Hare's been around like a little one-man wrecking party tonight. He's been all over the place in the best possible way.
Puck is dumped into the corner, collected by the Phantoms 23, Brad Bowering. Phantoms come forward again. Saved by Gospel. Big wind-up by Martin Susters, who assured me if he were to score that he'd give us the media team a bit of a celebration.
So Cole Shooter thrown himself in front of that Susters shot earlier.
Phantoms are knocking at the door, aren't they? Chance for Robbo, and great play from Ralph Sasernis again.
I'd give him an 8.7 for that pirouette there.
Yeah, he has been on fire at the start of this game. Thought there was a whistle there. Picked up Brooks, drives, lifts the stick, keeps Brad Bowering away from him, extends the stick. Big chance here for Brooks. Saved by Jordan Marr. Number 33, Jordan Marr with the stop. And Jordan Marr's save percentage off the season so far, something like, oh, there's a chance here, is there?
Just behind Barry, but Sasernis put it in, delayed it nicely.
Jordan Marr's save percentage is something in the region of 90% this season. Lucas Sletkovsky shoots. Gospel looks behind him. I'm not sure he knew where that would have gone.
Not a clue, but he'd done enough to stop it, and that's what counts.
Adam Long's tweeted us, former Phantoms netminder, Guildford Flames netminder, Manchester Phoenix, I think, at one point, or Storm. Great start for the Phantoms, and Adam, great to hear from you. Use the hashtag PPVLK, and let's get some of you commenting. Slung in, lots of traffic in front of Gospel, but here comes the Leeds Knights once more. Phantoms would have been offside. AMK comes out of the zone. Wachowski all the way around the boards behind Jordan Marr. Griffin comes back to the point on the blue line, and a bit of a bump. Slatkovsky drives over the hash marks, backhanded shot, saved by Gospel. I actually thought that it had gone into his mask. Nothing given.
Yeah, I thought I heard a click there. But I always find it
chance. Oh, thought that was in. You know, I really thought that the way Gospel had jumped, there was a chance. Fired. Phantoms looking good for their 1-goal lead. And you know what? On another night, it might have been. On another night, probably against another side, it might have been an extended lead. 1-0 to the good guys. 1:54 of the period. Still on the clock. All to play for. Lots of hockey in the next week. As Alan said, it's a 3-game weekend and more of the same. Next week, lifted, and Pollard
punches the puck away, so no danger of a hand pass.
Ethan Hare, great work on the left wing. Padalek drops it off, and the Phantoms just need to get their heads up. Chance, big chance. Dylan Hare waits. Ethan fires it in, and the Phantoms, Glenn Billing, calm as you like, up to the blue line. It's flicked in, takes a deflection. Around the boards. Luke Johnson waits. And the Phantoms defending their zone. Big chance for Endicott. Wide of the goal. Wide of the goal.
Phantoms
Great
fans
pressure
calling for something from absolutely nothing there.
Great pressure from the Leeds Knights. Super response to falling a goal behind some while ago now. And here is Ethan Hare. It would be of no surprise if either team were starting to feel a bit leggy at the end of this period. Need their Lucasade up the slot, and it's cleared by Padler. Cole Shudra, who we've not seen so much of, and round it comes, changing personnel. On comes Robbo, Scott Robson on the ice.
And Weldon will be very aware of the time on the clock there. We'll just look to slow this down in the dying seconds of that first stanza.
Phantoms looking to see the period out, and 20 minutes in the book. Last time here the Leeds Knights were 5 up after 15. Been a different proposition so far. Phantoms 1, Leeds Knights 0. Time for a cup of tea, or in this case
Definitely something
stronger. We'll see you in 15 minutes. You might have heard me singing to the intermission Queen song there, ladies and gentlemen.
It's all right, they couldn't see me dancing, so.
Or Dan Brain dancing, shocking. So the Stripies are back on the ice, and without them, we don't have a game.
Go
so
Team Stripes!
Team Stripes. And the Leeds Knights are just making their way out of their locker room. Fans making their way from the cafe back to their seats. Been a great period of hockey. Shots on goal. 9 on Jordan Marr, 14 on Sam Gospel. And the Phantoms lead 1-0 after 20 minutes. A goal scored on 1 minute and 43 seconds by Ralph Sasinis, assisted by Martin Susters and Jarvis Hunt. And the home team will be pleased with their first period endeavours. I did say at the end of the first period on commentary that last time round the Leeds Knights had banged in 5 after 15 minutes and the Phantoms were dead in the water. Quite a different affair tonight. The travelling Leeds fans have been immense, and they have not stopped singing and shouting and cheering their guys on, and they're doing that exactly as their team, lay out by Sam Gospel, take to the ice.
There's going to be some sore throats in Yorkshire tomorrow morning, I reckon.
Joe Evans has tweeted, "Go Phantoms," and good luck, of course, good luck to the Peterborough Warriors. Play Milton Keynes tomorrow evening. Always good luck for a Peterborough hockey side against Milton Keynes.
Oh, Farah, you don't know what you're asking for there. Just hope you're going to sing us a tune when you're back on. This intermission is very quiet. If you had the misfortune to be on the gantry when Sweet Caroline is on beforehand, I do like to give it the beans. I'm not entirely sure my colleagues appreciate it as much as I do.
Use the hashtag PPVLK. We'll try and read the tweets out if they're family friendly. We get the chance to do it. Stephen Matthews raises arms. Top line, Padlek, Spears, Billy, Cole Shudra, Kieran Brown, and struggling to see who that is. But I imagine it's Brooks. It is, number 25. We're underway, and the puck is in the Leeds Knight zone. Here's Clem Billing. Phantom scored after 1 minute and 43 seconds. Quick fire start for the home side, but the Leeds Knights take the blue line, look to answer back quickly. Pad save. Marr steadies himself, and the congregated hordes gather on the boards in the Phantom zone. Here is Glenn Billing. One hand on the stick, feeds it in. That bounces in front of Gospel. Lovely play there from Shudra, who has his pocket picked by Glenn Billing. Feeds Sasinis, who should get there first, and round the boards. Weldon was at the point, skating to the slot. Leeds Knights fans raising their voices. Scott Robson picks the puck up. Now in his own defensive zone. Stretch pass. Little reverse from 29. And Leeds looking to clear their zone up the half boards. Good combination initially with Hayward, and I think it was Howlett, and it is Hayward who sweeps the puck across. Howlett prowls, picks the puck up. Bailey Perry, who's had a good period. A few oohs and ahs. Susters feeds it round to Ralph Sasinis, who's got an awful lot of work done tonight. And Phantoms, Scott Robson just unable to clear that. Phantoms looking, well, I was just about to say looking under pressure. There is Ralph's once more. Just look for that blade of that stick, and the bottom of the shaft is spray painted white. Here come the Leeds Knights. Poke check. It's been given as a penalty. Poor call for me.
I'd love to see a replay of that. It's just exactly what. So here we have. So we've got Howlett breaking through the youth zone, but
yeah, it's a trip.
Yeah.
For my money, initially I said I didn't think so, but it is, without a doubt. That's a penalty. First penalty of the game. And I think it was Scott Robson.
It was indeed. Timed at 22:02.
Definitely a penalty. And the Leeds Knights power play, something like a success rate 28.3% of the time. pretty hot.
Well, next one, sponsored by Millfield Alternatives is Phantom
Shudra.
Scott Robson. He's received a 2-minute penalty for tripping.
Yeah, it was a tripping penalty.
22 minutes and 2 seconds. That's Phantom's number 11.
Leeds trying to put the Phantom under pressure. One of the Phantoms lost their stick. Puck out to the blue line. Mac Howlett. Did he score 4 last time? And Witowski goes for the top shelf again. Oh, do you know what? That is quality net minding from Jordan Marr.
Yeah, partially unsighted by his own D-man. He's done well to pluck that just over the top of his leg pad. So there's minute and 30 seconds remaining on that Scott Robson tripping penalty. Carly Appleyard tweeted again, wishing her mother-in-law a happy Mother's Day.
Chance fired in, and well, credit to Duncan Spears. Glenn Billing.
And again, that's Brave from Gospel.
And Glenn Billing is as honest as the day is long. He doesn't run him over, and
no, he's put the brakes on there.
Phantoms killing a penalty kill for the Phantoms, something like 77% of the time, and the Leeds Knights knocking at the door. Shudra waits, number 27, Cole Shudra collects once more. Phantoms keeping the Leeds Knights to the outside at the moment, and there he is again, that man, number 38, Duncan Spears. You can't stop him throwing himself in front of the puck.
Kieran Brown disappointed with the Knights play there. So 43 seconds remain for Scott Robson to sit in the box and think about what he's done. And it'll be Ethan Hare against veteran Czech import Alice Padlek.
Yeah, and there is Agent Barry, who dumps the puck in. There must be method in his madness.
It was a kind of nice dump.
Barry on the power play unit, interesting to see. And he's at the back post.
He scored the other week, I believe.
Yeah, he's done well this season, and he's a good lad, he's Tom. Shot, pad save, and Jordan Marr. Well, Barry needs to be cleared out of there.
And Norton and Bowering going in to protect the netty. You wouldn't have found Gretton doing that.
He's a good lad, he's Tom Barry, and Phantoms doing what they need to do. Yeah. We don't want any liberties being taken with the netminder. 16 seconds of the power play still on the clock.
Any ribbing of Barry is all done in jest up here. We're big fans of him.
Yeah, absolutely. And the Phantoms still got some work to do. Griffin, number 44, plays it into Ethan Hare. Hare waits. And the Phantoms, will they get it? And they do get it over the line. Chance, that's going to be offside. AMK drives the net, and on this side, I'm not sure whether it was Glenn Billing or not. I think it might have been. Just couldn't get out of the zone quickly enough. Was offside.
Yeah, I was wondering if it was a call on the change, but just realised our gate is well inside the neutral zone, so.
Couple of
go
tweets.
show what I know.
Gareth Endicott says, "Go Ollie," from your cousin Lydia. Endicott had a particularly good game last time out here in Peterborough, and it's been as tight as you like up the middle. Brooks collects. I think that was close to being offside from Brown. Brown collects, and that's hacked down by Leeds. Sassinis thought he cleared it, lost an edge, and goes to the ice.
Yeah, tripped over his own feet.
Suster's chasing in.
There's a rogue glove on the ice down by the boards on this side. Looks like
change. Joe Gretton on the ice. Ralph Sassinis, and that was Brad Bowering. It's ugly at the minute. Ralph's 2-on-1. Odd man. Rush. Chance for Susters. And that puts it just wide, manhandled to the ground.
And that cutout from Cole Shudra, absolutely vital there.
Brown, well, I like that from Brown. Brown shoots. Saved, we think, by Marr. I'm not sure that he didn't hit the post, but let's give the plaudits to the netminder. Phantoms rocking for a moment.
And certainly the physicality level has ramped up a notch.
Love it. It's what we want to watch. Nathan Pollard, there is a man over. Pollard, that's a great shot from Nathan Pollard. Goal! Phantoms extend their lead. Old man rush. Pollard with the initial shot. Gretton's in front of the netminder. Gospel has a push. Fed in.
The tip from Gretton.
Joseph Gretton.
Jumping Joe Gretton. Otherwise known around here as Gretzky. He doesn't score many, but when he does, they are of the utmost importance.
Phantoms lead by 2. Goals scored on 1:43 by Ralph Sassinis, and with 5 minutes and about 30 seconds of the second period in the book, Phantoms score again by Joe Gretton. Phantoms come again. To the slot, it's collected by the Leeds Knights, and Mac Howlett drives, takes the blue line. Reverse. Oh, let's go again. Sladkowski. Yeah!
Number 3 for the Phantoms.
Finish! Lucas Sladkowski, number 3 for the Phantoms.
So the goal timed at 16 minutes, 15 seconds, all on his own. And to be honest, you cannot give Slad the Impaler that much time and space. So Kieran Brown goes and has a consolatory word with Sam Gospel, who last time out had been so secure. I would put Phil's mortgage on him, saving 99% of those. So that's a timeout called by the Leeds Knights, who will take the time to regroup, reset, and
Knights.
Phantoms have just done to the Knights what the Knights did to us last time out. So, a bit of housekeeping on the goals. Goal 2 scored on 15 minutes 31 seconds. Scored by number 35, Joe Gretton. Assisted by 95, Jasper Foster. And number 12, Nathan Pollard. Some great work from Pollard leading up to that. A wicked shot. Saved well by Gospel. Couldn't control the rebound though. And Gretton getting the tip on in front. So, the third goal scored on 26-15, scored unassisted by number 91 Lucas Sladkowski on 26 minutes 15 seconds.
Phantoms lead the Leeds Knights by 3 clear goals, and let me remind you, this is a 2-legged cup final. Lots of hockey to play, but if we get some more hockey that looks a bit like the hockey we've had this evening on Friday night in Peterborough, bring it on, I'll love it.
So Jack Thompson's tweeted using the hashtag PPVLK. Says, yes, Joe, the Gret one earning the moniker. Joe what? As I said, he doesn't score many, but when he does.
Yeah, Joe closes his eyes and who knows. Phantoms hustling. This looks like Peterborough hockey to me.
Yeah, great save earlier from
Brown
Gospel.
drives, shoots, saved by Jordan Marsh, should be collected by the Phantoms, and that's not cleared the zone. It's not cleared. Kieran Brown. Oh, and do you know what? Captain Will Weldon gets in front of his man. I think it was
Cole Shudra, just couldn't quite get the stick to it.
Okay. Phantoms.
So there's looks like an offside call that I thought that might have been a slash.
Offside then.
Or maybe
It's offside. It's going to be all the way back. Nicola Bedford, our regular Sunday evening regular, says, come on Phantoms. Hope you're enjoying it, Nicola. Quite the scoreline, 12:58 of the second period to go. And the Phantoms lead by 3.
we should of course apologise if any celebrations have burst your speakers. Please send your repair bills to Joe Gretton. I'm sure he'd be delighted to take care of those.
Leeds ice the puck and use the hashtag PPVLK. Let us know how your Friday evening's going.
So the puck's been iced, so we're coming all the way back down to the shallow end.
Spears, Padalecki, Billing, and
Against Endicott.
great play there by
And that is
Endicott. Chance, shot into the glass. Great breakaway by Leeds. Cross-ice pass, and Leeds do that so well. Phantoms on that occasion not as accurate. Saw Callum Booglas down there on the ice. Phantoms not clearing their lines, but Booglas collects, and yeah, really pleased to see Callum sign for another year here in Peterborough. Loves his hockey here in Cambridgeshire, if you like. And stretch pass touched on by Glenn Billing, and the Phantoms with a rapid line change. Robson onto the ice. Jarvis Hunt is at the top of the circle. That's cleared out, and there has only been one penalty this evening. Like that.
There's been a few that we thought might have been, but the referee seemed content on letting it flow tonight. Thought Hunt had lost an edge there.
Leeds Knights come on through the neutral zone. Howlett was prowling and just gets a hit from Jarvis Hunt. Chance. Oh, I don't believe it.
I thought Slads had started to celebrate for a moment there.
Phantom's calling for it. Slakowski wants it.
And that's gone. And that's gone high, and play's going to need to
gets it at
stop.
the second attempt. Phantoms 3, Leeds Knights 0.
So the Leeds man there taking over. I think it was a puck rather than a stick to the mouth. That's Dylan Hare, who's been all over the ice tonight. He's covered more ice than Zamboni, I think. Having an outstanding game for my money. But it's a face-off to goalie's right, down at the cafe end. Weldon facing off against, looks like Cole Shudra. Yep, definitely is. Shudra wins the draw, and Knights will look to clear.
Good play from Brooks. So many Leeds fans have tweeted us tonight saying how pleased they are that he's back for this game, for this cup final. Well picked off by the veteran Tom Norton. Phantoms into the zone.
I'm quite surprised Sisters wasn't called as offside there. That looked very, very close to me.
And that is a great play by the Leeds player. Number 3, Bailey Perry. Initial great play on the boards. Griffin has a little nibble at Tom Norton, but Susters and Perry, they need to give Susters the puck. Lovely to see players hungry for it, not hiding from it. Drop pass, Weldon, shot, saved by Gospel. That's a penalty. Phantoms will go on the power play.
So the first Phantoms power play of the evening. So that comes on 29 minutes and 44 seconds. So we await the culprit, the miscreant, the recidivist.
Griffin. And that is the first Leeds Knight penalty of the game. Phantoms on the power play. Phantoms power play, 27.6% success rate.
Next is only one sponsored by Milfield Autos. It's Leeds Knights, number 44, Jordan Griffin. He receives 2 minutes for tripping.
Phantoms keep it in the zone.
29 minutes and 44 seconds.
Little sloppy there from the home side. Glenn Billing to Duncan Spears. Spears fires it in, it's bouncing. Reverse. Oh!
Phantoms!
4-0 to the Phantoms!
Norton on the door, on the back
Halfway
stick.
goal for the home side.
Scored on 30 minutes and 8 seconds. So that was with Jordan Griffin sitting 2 for tripping.
Here's the replay. Puck's bouncing. Fed in by Billing, I think it is.
Yeah.
Swept in at the back post.
It's all a bit untidy in the slot. Comes out eventually, squirms through. So the backhanded pass there from, not sure who that, couldn't see the number.
Tom Norton, I think that is.
Yeah.
Given the freedom of the city of Peterborough. 4-0 to the home side. Leeds break, odd man rush. big chance. Should be a goal. Oh, call 999! There's been a robbery! So, Jordan Marr makes a stop, but there's a penalty call on the Phantoms.
So Leeds thought they scored, I thought they'd scored, but there is a delay of game penalty coming.
So let me just bring you the details of the goal. Goal scored on 30 minutes and 8 seconds by Tom Norton from Glenn Billing and Duncan Spears.
So Phantoms will be defending a delay of game penalty called against number 91, Lucas Sladkowski. And that's timed at 30 minutes and 27 seconds.
He received 2 minutes of delay in the game. Time penalty, 30 minutes and 27 seconds.
Cole Shudra waits on the blue line, 9 minutes and 25 seconds of the second period still on the clock. What a start to the period it's been for the Phantoms. Shudra to Howlett. Shudra blocked. Cole Shudra. Mac Howlett drives, goes over the hash marks to the bottom of the circle. Shudra waits again. Lovely play from Shudra, by the way. Shot from Howlett. Shudra looking to play it off to Brown. Howlett and Shudra, they're just those two guys into the glass. And a poke check from Scott Robson. Should be picked up by the home side. That was cleared, but not far enough. Again, here's Howlett on the hash marks.
Again, that was brave work from Brown there, getting in the way of that clearance.
Look at the speed with which that puck is passed between the Leeds Knights forwards, Howlett, Brown and Brooks. Offside. And we should get a face-off in the neutral zone. My heart rate on my Fitbit says 91.
Is that it?
Serene here in Peterborough.
I'm on 104.
Yeah.
Our colleague says he's on 56, but we've always known he's been clinically dead inside, so that makes no difference.
Few tweets. Charlotte says getting grits. Lynn Webb, brilliant, keep it going. Fans too excited to eat dinner. And I know exactly how you feel. 40 seconds of the power play. Lucas Sladkowski's delay of game. Norton working his bag off. And the Phantoms battling, clear it. That's Duncan Spears. You want to find a man who's going to be busy at one end, putting the puck in the goal, and then throwing himself in front of the puck in the D. Duncan Spears.
If Norts works any harder, he's going to have to wear his hoodies upside down from now on.
16 seconds left. Power play looked effective in the first 30 seconds. 10 seconds to go. And is there time? Block there. Stick. Block. Tom Barry. Witkowski. Phantoms back to full strength. And it is Duncan Spears. That's surely a penalty. It is a penalty. Is it going to be? Well, it's a delay penalty. Jordan Marr has gone to the bench. That's going to be tipped up. Jordan Marr's energy and effort in vain. So we had no penalties at all for a considerable amount of time. This is the fourth of the period. And the sound of James sit down.
So it's Griffin again. He's receiving 2. Not sure whether it's tripping, interference or similar. We didn't see the stripy signal. Hooking, I'm told.
For hooking, and the Phantoms are on the power play. 27% success rate. Penalty kill for the Leeds Knight, 80.5. Last time out, the Phantoms scored a power play goal through your man Tom Norton. Leeds Knights have conceded. Oh, it's an errant pass. You need to get your head up, kid. And the Phantoms lead by 4-0. Leeds Knights have scored 9 short-handed goals this season. I think they bagged a couple of them a couple of weeks ago here in Peterborough.
So Phantoms just taking the time to get set up. Sisters somewhat confined to the...
Sladkowski couldn't get there. Leeds break. Brown shoots. Marr doesn't hold on to it. Leeds need to regroup. There's 3 black jerseys across the blue line. Boogler's around the boards. Mar will need to get there first. 2 black jerseys. Chasing that in. Well, there's an opportunity here for the Phantoms. They've got a man over. Great interception from Mac Howlett, really crucial. This power play just has not got going as yet.
Yeah, great end-to-end player, Howlett.
Really like that on the boards as well. Now, will there be time?
Go! Well done on the power play!
Yes, there's time! Phantoms 5, Leeds Knights 0.
So with 24 seconds of the power play remaining, Weldon is given the freedom of the city of Peterborough. See him all alone there, winds up and puts it, threads it through the narrowest of gaps.
Oh my word, the Phantoms lead 5-0 with 5 minutes and 37 seconds of the period still to go. And there's Joe Gretton. Phantoms lead by 5. Weldon with the power play goal up to the half board. Bowering, and that's picked off. Great play. Hamill waits. Big chance for the Leeds Knights. Shot, save, up to the half board. Pollard needs to clear. He does. Well, that's a big call for holding. Hamill collects. Goes round his man. Pollard chases in. Do you know what? Hamill's done really well there. Phantoms come away with it. It's out of the zone. And Joe Gretton has a look up, goes to the...
So a little bit of housekeeping for goal number 5. I didn't think I'd be saying that tonight. Will Weldon on the power play from 72. Glenn Billing at number 2. Tom Norton. And that was, I thought that was 6. And timed at 34.21. So that's 29 from 72 from 2 at 34 minutes and 21 seconds.
Phantoms. Oh, that shot's wide of the goal. Hunt then went after his man with the stick. Icing for me. And that's going to be brought all the way back. And Ethan Hare looks to the rafters. Kieran Brown's on the ice. Agent Barry's out there. And Lynn Webb says brilliant. Keep going. Oh, I think I did that one earlier on. Lynn, is it Lynn? Yeah, Lynn.
Yeah. Hopefully, Lynn, you had a chance to eat. We haven't had any what I'm having for dinner tweets yet. Let us know.
Endicott and Kieran Brown chases in. Boogler skates with him and holds him on the boards for a short period of time. Great play from Leeds. Pressure on the Phantoms up to Bailey Perry, who's at the point. Boogler, that's going to be turned straight back to Leeds. Phantoms just need to play clever hockey. Face off in the Phantom zone. Use the hashtag PPVLK. And from the excitement of the goal, tequila
by the champs,
as recorded by
the champs.
The champs, well done.
That'd be nice up here. It's getting a little bit nippy up in the old rink. That warms nicely. Although they should never drink and commentate. I think we're bad enough as it is. Let's not add alcohol into the mix.
Phantoms clear, collected by Slad the Impaler, and Phantoms just need to stay calm, play clever hockey. And well, looked like one of the Phantoms, not sure which one it was, could have been Robson, looked like he got a handful of Brooks's jersey.
Active defending, I like to think of it as.
Billing to number 93, Padlek, and that's turned over. Phantoms now vulnerable. Shudra, that's a lovely pass. Great shot. And, well, yeah,
And
there we
there
go.
are words
Let's
being
dance.
had. Kieran Brown with Brad Bowring.
Less of let's dance and more, would you like a bit of a sponge in the face? 2 minutes and 50 seconds of the second period still on the clock. John says outstanding by the Phantoms to be so clinical, he's so crucial, and you wouldn't have been able to level that at the Phantoms in every home game this season. I think this is our 31st live broadcast of the season, and at the moment,
Good heavens.
it's a pretty enjoyable one.
You'd think we'd know what we were doing by now, wouldn't you?
Susanis Sustas. Oh, and that's very unsurprising. Moving the netminder. Mac Howlett pinned on the boards. And Leeds will be desperate to get on the board. Sisters. Gospel just pads it, or gloves it, to the left of his goal. Leeds look to come again. 2:18 remaining in the period. Hayward through the middle, shoots into the glass behind Jordan Mark. Phantoms need to stay out of the box, don't they? Use the hashtag PPVLK, we'll try and read them out. It has gone quieter in Twitterland.
I think it's because people are too gripped to actually get to their phones, tablets, other devices. But you just can't take your eyes off this one.
Face off in the neutral zone. Could be at centre ice. And we have 1:48 remaining in this period. Phantoms 5, Leeds Knights 0.
There's a strains of lowering out through the rink from Mr. Phil.
Do you know, it's not my bag.
I believe it's Flow Rider. And how on earth do I know that? Shoot me now.
Some of the other middle-aged men on the gantry are putting their thumbs up as if they know.
They're down with the kids up here.
Slakowski fires one in. It's taken in the glove by Sam Gospel. And the score remains 5-0 to the good guys. Face off in the Leeds zone. Changing personnel. On comes Shudra, Brooks and Brown. And goodness me, aren't there some goals and points between that three this season for the Phantoms? It's
frankly terrifying.
Looks like Weldon, Ralph Sassinis and Martin Susters. Norton, that was Robson went high. Shudra has gone into the middle and that's still kept in. Great play from Leeds. Shot saved by Mark. And well,
and
to be honest,
getting
the
involved.
Phantoms were doing what they need to do, keeping the Leeds player away from the netminder. The Leeds player Brooks needs to come and have a sit down.
Lucky he's not been called for resisting an official there.
He needs to go.
And quite frankly, that will be a good trade for the Phantoms, if indeed one of ours does.
Bowring's having none of it, I didn't think. But it's possible that Bowring's gone as well.
It looks like it. 2 minutes for community dancing, maybe?
We've had a tweet. Glenn Billing, you are a legend, from AJ at Trax Education. A legend is.
So the penalty's timed on 38 minutes and 50 seconds. I swear the playing girls just want to have fun.
4 on 4 then. Lots of.
Oh no, want to dance with someone, not girls want to have fun.
1, 2, 3. Well, yeah, 1, 2, 3. 4 on 4.
Yeah,
23
4 on 4.
Bowring. And 25 Brooks. 2 minutes each.
Leeds Knights number 25. Zach Brooks. He receives 2 minutes for roughing. Time the penalty, 38 minutes and 50 seconds. That's a Leeds Knight penalty, called against number 25.
So the Phantom called for offside there. So Brooks, number 25, 2 minutes for roughing, called at 38.50. And Bowring gets the same. So that's Phantoms number 23 and Leeds number 25 both receiving 2 minutes for roughing, timed at 38 and 50 seconds.
Penalty, 38 minutes and 50 seconds.
2 for roughing then for both of them. 57 seconds of the second period still on the clock. And a lot of space, I would say a lot of ice, but if you've been here, you know it might be a bit of larceny under the Trade Descriptions Act. Played out, Bailey Perry kicks it in. Bailey Perry's had a good game. Goal Shudra bears down, and Bouglas gets in his way.
Very
But
lucky.
Still in the Phantoms zone now. It has come out. 30 ticks left in the period. The Lord of all existence. Phantoms are just outplaying us.
So Glenn Billings, the recipient of a text tweet from AJ at Tracks Education saying he's a legend.
In front of Mark, and I think that's tied up in the net. 10 seconds of the period still to go. Phantoms 4 goals in the period, and so far, and we have a 5-goal game. Tom Barry on the ice. Oh, that's lovely. Down the boards. Pin that one there for a couple of seconds. Peterborough Phantoms 5. Leeds Knights 0. The crowd stand in appreciation. What a period. Phantoms have a reputation for being a little bit soft in the second period. That has been as good as it gets. The league leading imperious Leeds Knights have got a job to do, but let me remind you, there are 4 periods of hockey to go. We'll see you in 15 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Peterborough. We have a 5-goal game. Peterborough 5, Leeds 0. And we are just seeing the officials make their way onto the ice. And the Leeds Knights are making their way out of their locker room. We've really enjoyed you engaging in our broadcast this evening, so use the hashtag PPVLK, and we will, where we get an opportunity to do so, we'll try and read them out. So the Stripies are back out, or almost. Mr. Matthews needs to put his bucket on, and Sam Gospel is just about to lead out the Knights. Leeds in their black jerseys. Jordan Marr leads out the Peterborough Phantoms. So Gospel, number 31, goes to the goal to our and to your left. Jordan Marr to our right. Marr's save percentage across the season, something like 90%. Sam Gospel's an unbelievable 92%. Shots on goal in the second period, 13 on each netminder, that's 22 on Jordan Marr through 40 minutes and 27 on Sam Gospel. Goals for the Phantoms in the second period: Gretton, Sledkowski, Norton and Weldon. And we haven't been able to draw breath during the course of the 40 minutes. It's Phil and Alan calling the game for you, and Alan, Leeds are going to want to get on the board. They've got the skills to put the Phantoms to the sword. We saw it 2 weeks ago. What are you expecting?
All out frontal assault from the Knights. I think they will absolutely lay siege to the Phantoms' goal and any other medieval style puns I can think of. But in all seriousness, it will be all out attack from the Knights. At this stage, they kind of don't have much to lose in terms of this leg.
So they're going to want to get on the board, they want to get goals, but actually if they scored 2 or 3 and it's 5-2, 5-3, for example, I mean, the Leeds Knights have got it in them to overhaul the Phantoms in 20 minutes.
Absolutely.
We signed the period 4-on-4, and it's 23 Bowering and 25 Zach Brooks, who's returned to the Leeds Knights, who are taking a seat. Leeds with the early pressure. Tom Barry, Agent Barry, slings it in, and it comes out to Lucas Sledkowski off the glass. And despite the fact that the Phantoms have got this lead, the atmosphere in the old rink is somewhat muted. I don't think that the Phantoms fans can quite believe what they've seen. I was checking social media during the course of the intermission. I'm not sure social media had anticipated what we've had.
And just as you say that, both sets of drums kick in. Should be said, the Leeds fans down to our left have been outstanding all night. And we've had a tweet from the Lord of all existence. And if you thought my jokes were bad, he says, what do you call a little known hockey player who retired and became a boxing champ? Hockey Balboa.
Hashtag dad jokes. Oh my word! Phantoms lead by 6! Oh, you could pin a tail on it and call it a fox. Here's the replay, straight from the draw to Padalecki. It finds its way into the goal. 6-0 to the Phantoms.
And that's 6 goals from 6 different scorers. We said the Lightning, the Knights had got goals throughout the lines. Phantoms are proving that they've got exactly that as well. So we await official confirmation of
Padalecki. That's a penalty for me. Phantoms fans now getting into the game. Richard has tweeted us treating Nanny Bren to the live stream as you couldn't make the game. Lovely shutout tonight, please. Well, some of us are hoping for that.
So that's 41 minutes and 3 seconds for the goal.
Susters, oh, I couldn't get there, and good play on the near side by Mac Howlett, who drives, pad save from Mark, off the glass and collected by Ralph Sassinis. Ralph's white stick, prominent, and that I think is Perry once more. Is it Bailey? It is, isn't it? Bailey Perry has had a terrific game, I would say, at this juncture. 20 minutes to go, one of my candidates for the Leeds man of the match.
Yeah, I'd add, as I've mentioned several times, Dylan Hare into that as well. A bit of housekeeping for the goal, 41 minutes, 3 seconds, an even-handed goal, scored by 93, Alex Padlek, assisted for his 3rd assist of the night, Glenn Billing. Again, that's kind of putting Billing on a, on a good shout for man of the match as well.
Foster gets a touch on that one, and the Leeds Knights look to break once more. Ethan Hare, number 6, feeds it in. It's stopped by Billy Thorpe initially, and Lucas Sledkowski collects. Sledkowski over the hash marks, fires. Great save by Gospel, real good work. Jack Thompson says, let's go. Paddy Daddy, I think that's a reference to number 93.
Dan from Hound, a tweet.
AMK on the boards. Sorry, Alan, after you.
Sorry, a tweet from Dan Hound saying it's like the Guildford final all over again, but being on the right side of it. Oh, I do remember that. That was painful, that one.
Backhanded shot from Hunt. Glove save, Gospel. Great hockey from both teams. Phantom 6, Knights 0. Leeds Knights fans, I'm not sure that during the course of the season your team has trailed by this margin. I don't know, and I know full well that that there's lots of hockey to play. Certainly the media team are hopeful, but it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? What a save, dear me. Gospel has just extended the Inspector Gadget legs. Chance, real chance for Susters. Oh man, I don't believe it. Phantom's close, but it remains 6-0. Jack Banbridge says what an amazing performance from the Phantoms. Dan from Hound says it's like Guildford all over again. Yeah, absolutely. I remember doing the commentary on the home leg of that after, was it a 9-1 pumping? Up the half boards, we've got a foot race. Marr needs to come out, and great play there from the Leeds Knights, who get something on it. Go for the wrap round. Booglas with the safe pass off the boards. Ralph Cecinis, who has been a real live wire this evening. Phantoms making it look like a power play. Didn't think I was going to say that tonight. That's the media team's book of cliches. No penalty. Perry goes to the ice.
We really should bring back the Fan TV bingo cards, you know.
Again, Cecinis has done so well. Leeds Knights just on that occasion looking more ordinary than I've seen them. Statuesque at times, touched on by Norton, and it's AMK who chases in 5 black jerseys in the Leeds zone. Bowering fires it in, and of course no icing. 5 minutes of the period have gone. Sledkowski looking to weave more magic.
Yeah, Gospel getting away with one there, has to be said.
Big chance. Marr lifted the glove, but it comes out off the glass, and again Leeds look to pounce. All the way out, Phantoms change. AMK, Slads, and well, it's Gretton, Pollard and Weldon. Lines have been changed through the evening.
So Charlotte's tweeted, says what an unbelievable game so far, come on you Phantoms.
Pollard, that's good stuff from Nathan there. What a game to be part of for both sides, and certainly the kind of game that we love to do on these commentaries. That's a high stick. Just waiting to see what we've got there. Joe Gretton on the ice, and that's played forward. Marl watches. Billy Thorpe gets there first. No penalty for me. up to Jumping Joe, takes the blue line, slows the game, fires one in, and that comes around the boards. Phantoms looking to gather 4D across the blue line, and again Phantoms collect in their zone. Padalek waits. I tell you what, another nomination for man of the match, and there's been a number, whatever the scoreline from it. Alice Padalek's played really well.
Yeah, he's you can usually rely on him, always rely on him to have a go. One of the most consistent imports around. He's never particularly flashy, but he is, he's the quiet import, if you will, but is always effective.
6 minutes and 44 seconds of the third period are already in the book, and the Phantoms lead by 6. Phantoms fans trying to get some noise going, but from here I could hear Jordan Marsh shouting. That came out. For those of you, there's a chance, Sisters, not like Martins to pass, and that rattles its way around the boards. Norton's got some skating to do. The adrenaline from the Phantoms is going to be absolutely flowing. Shot over the goal, chance again.
Can you believe?
Brooks again.
Can you believe we've made it to 47 minutes before either of the nets has come off tonight? Other than goalie pinball, goalie bowling, I think that might be a record for us, eh? So for those of you that aren't aware too much, the nets here are secured to the ice by Cheese. I believe tonight it's Gruyere.
Phantoms have called
so firmer than most, but with a little give. And in this Planet Ice NHL National Division Cup final first leg, the home side lead by 6 goals to 0. Of course, you should remember this is, as Phil said, just the first leg. There's a lot of hockey to go. Now another 72 minutes and 35 seconds. Chickens should definitely not be counted just yet. And we've mentioned it before, but the noise from the travelling Yorkshire contingent has been absolutely outstanding from start to finish.
Use PPVLK. If there's anything new, we'll try and bring it to you. Face off in the Phantom zone, 12:35 remaining in the final period here in Peterborough. Hayward to contest the face-off. I think that's Glenn Billing. Hayward, well, the puck came out on Glenn Billing's side, on the Phantom side. Hayward ploughed through and, almost fell over there for his pains behind the goal. He waits again. Griffin's at the point. Shudra, and that bounces off the old Warhorse's shin pads. 12:14 remaining. It's a bit early for me to do a countdown, isn't it? Jordan Marr stops that one and plays it around the boards. Callum Bouglas off the half board to Weldon. It's gone into the bench, no delay of game. And I think that's Mr. Poulton, the referee, just giving instructions to the Leeds bench. And as I said a few minutes ago, despite the fact that it's a pat rink, pretty much a sellout here in Peterborough, Dylan Hare can't keep it in. You can hear both benches. Apologies if you hear any industrial language. Here come the Phantoms. Here's Ralph's to Phantoms number 95, Jarvis Hunt.
Jasper Foster.
And just played in front of Gospel. Should be collected by Leeds. Should be played out. Weldon chasing. No icing, of course. Great separation by Scott Rupton, and Phantoms playing it around their zone. And that should be collected by Zachary Brooks, number 25, who, much to the delight of the Leeds fans, Brooks back in the lineup this evening. Bowring Nathan Pollard chases in and holds his ground. Well, round the neck. Great play from Pollard, like it. Good hustle from Nathan. Really gives his all for the Phantoms. Taken by Gospel. Great work from the netminder. And we get a face-off in the Leeds zone. 10:39 remaining.
What do you think of the game so far? Go and let us know. Use the hashtag PPVLK as the sound of the monkeys rings out throughout the rink.
Jack Bembridge missed that tweet early on. Well, we're reading this one out. Hope you're enjoying the game, Jack. Austin Mitchell-King. For so many of these players, both for the Leeds Knights and for the Peterborough Phantoms, getting a hand on some silverware. That's icing. No, not given. Up through the slot. Slakowski chases in. Been impressed with Lucas this evening.
So Hamill using a higher than average stick to bring the puck down there, but nothing doing from the officials.
Phantoms. Lovely drop pass from Luke Johnson. Phantoms, Slakowski falls. And that was just unfortunate for the Peterborough Phantoms. And Slakowski had taken the blue line. It's a bit of a speed bump, to be honest, the blue line, and a hazard. The boogeyman calls for it. 2-on-2. Howlett races in. Big chance. Saved.
So Mr. Matthews has his hand in the air.
Going to be a penalty on one of the Phantoms.
I'm wondering if that's again going to be delay of game.
Phantom 6, Leeds Knights 0. Is this the opportunity for the Leeds Knights to get on the board?
So that's 77. Martin Sisters will sit 2 minutes or less for hooking. Penalty timed at 50 minutes and 22 seconds.
5-on-4. Hayward and Billing to contest the face-off. Spears and Robson on the short side, protecting Jordan Marr. There's no way Robson's skating up the ice for that one.
Yeah, he thought about the breakaway. His dreams of being a forward were briefly reignited.
Howlett, look at the skill, look at the speed and endeavour from Mac Howlett. Shudra waits. Saved by Marr, and Hayward has a nibble. And decent play there. The strains of Reef. Place your hands on me.
I'd rather not, if that's all the same to you. Oh, the Saito. Ah, yes.
Just the tip of that to Brooks there. There was a bit of action in front of Jordan Marr. He just steered players out all the way. And good sportsmanlike play from Zach Brooks. 9:04 remaining period. 127 on Martin Sisters. Penalty still to go. Leeds knocking at the door. Brown to Shudra. Mac Howlett. Oh, that's a great stick lift from, I want to say it was Padlek.
Now I think that net, yeah, so then
Will Weldon is the captain of the Phantoms. Great stuff from Wells.
So again, that net is briefly off. It's come loose on that right-hand mooring. Again, it's now back in place, but it seems to be every time anyone skates near it, that is coming dislodged.
8:29 remaining. And just like a goal, a hit, that passage of play with Will Weldon has got the fans going. It's lifted, that's an unlucky bounce. And Leeds again knocking at the door. Brown shoots again. And the force field in front of the Phantoms' goal keeps the puck out yet again.
And every clearance is being celebrated by the home fans like a goal.
Yeah. Great hustle there from Glenn Billing. And Duncan Spears. 5 seconds of the power play still to go. There's going to be a man off the bench. It's 77 Sisters. Penalty killed. First penalty of the period. Phantom's 4th penalty of the game. Bowering just getting tied up on the boards. Men over here for Leeds. Into the netting. We're going to get a face-off. Oh, and Sisters unhappy.
So it looks like Phantoms will be heading to the power play.
Not sure we've got a replay of that.
As Oliver Endicott sits,
Conduct, we think.
sits 2. So that's Ollie Endicott in the box, number 41 for the Knights.
7 minutes and 19 seconds to go. Let's just have a look, see if we've got anything.
So actually it could be argued that Sisters was the agitator there. So I think he was claiming sort of some unsportsmanlike.
I think Hare had put the puck in the net.
Oh, it was Endicott. It's Endicott.
Whistle up. Phantoms on the power play. 41.
Yeah, so that's Ollie Endicott saying 2 minutes or less for unsportsmanlike.
I thought it was Hare. It's Endicott. So
And that's
Phantoms
time
on the power play. They've scored on their last 2 power plays, I think.
Leeds Knights number 41, Ollie Endicott. He receives 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Time penalty, 2 minutes and 41 seconds.
So that's 41, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. Timed at 52-41.
Martin Sisters takes the blue line. Shot saved by Gospel.
Gathers
And
up the
Hayward has
rebound.
a dig. I mean, you understand it.
Yeah, Knights will be looking to
Sisters
lift.
was having nothing to do with that one. Agent Barry in there.
So it remains Phantom 6, Lightning 0 with 6 minutes 56 seconds of the third period remaining. 1 minute 38 seconds or less of Ollie Endicott's unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 minute penalty remaining and a face-off. Goalie's right.
AMK wins the draw. Phantoms pass it to... oh, there's a chance. Oh my word, what a save. Sam Gospel in Hungry Hippo mode. Leeds Knights scorers of 9 shorties this year, putting the Phantoms under pressure. 1:21 remaining of the penalty. And
Brown takes a seat on Bugles.
Phantoms need to get set up once more. This power play has done nothing other than wind the clock down, which at this stage of the fixture is not a bad outcome. Mac Howlett over the blue line, turns, looks for support, and the Phantoms have 52 seconds of this power play still to go. Puck that will count as a shot on goal, of course.
Absolutely, anything that is heading towards the net and doesn't run into a defender on the way.
Glenn Billing releases, it travels around the boards. Bowering, Norton usually camps high up on the point. I think that bounced off the frame of the goal. Padlek releases, that's so close to a 7th.
Because Phantoms are going to have to be wary of the man coming out of the box, and that will be in about 7 seconds or so.
Chance for the Phantoms. Oh, I do not believe it. What a save from Gospel. Dear me. Penalty's over, penalty's killed. Do not believe it. What a chance. Might have been Billing, but Gospel saved that one. Lights out, Sam Gospel.
Yeah, Billing just took a little too long to release on that shot. Gave Gospel a little too much time to set himself. But great play from the Leeds netty. So 5 minutes 17 seconds of this third period of 6, it should be remembered.
Oh my word, close again. Phantom 6, Leeds 0. 5 minutes to go. Breton feeds it in, and that comes off the half board to Tate Shudra. Ethan Howe was calling for it. Great body here on Luke Johnson. And the Phantoms with a relatively inexperienced lineup out there at the moment. That's good play. That for me was a cross check.
It was a bit low. It was around the legs rather than the torso, but it probably should still have been called for something.
But Johnson
doing well under intense pressure from Ethan Hare there.
Phantoms with 4 across the blue line, onside. Leeds drive. Drop pass for Dylan Hare, number 24. That's going to be icing.
Yeah, so the on-rushing Leeds team and just ahead of the Phantom.
4 minutes and 5 seconds of the game still to go. Phantom still lead by 6.
Mark White's used the hashtag PPVLK. As a Leeds fan, I can't be more disappointed. We just haven't turned up. I would disagree with you. Leeds have brought the fight to the Phantoms. They've just lacked that final finishing edge. They've been more than physical, but they've run up against Mar, who is in great shape tonight. The Phantoms D have been throwing themselves at everything.
Puck up to the half board. Johnson chases his man away, and Phantoms look to clear. Dylan Hare uses the glove. Foster, clever play off the boards. Line change. Phantoms need to get on the ice. Keystone Cops. Oh, and that's into the glass. I think Mar got something on it. Dylan Hare to 44 Griffin. And that's up and over. Bounces. Mac Howlett, well marshalled by the Phantoms D. It was Bradley Bowring. Puck's bouncing. Oh, and pressure on Griffin.
Sen is so close to nicking that one.
3 minutes and 17 seconds of the first leg of the cup final.
How's your blood pressure, Phantoms fans? I could ask Phil the same question.
Blood pressure from the Smith watch, 71. Absolutely serene. Sisters to Padlock. It's bouncing and picked up by Leeds, but it's Tom Norton who collects. Wachowski with the aggressive forecheck, and the Phantoms no offside. Sorry, that was a poor call for me. No icing, I meant. Play to the half boards. Leeds with a little reverse. 2:22 remaining. Phantoms fans out of their seats, cheering. Leeds fans less confident at this moment in time, and naturally here come the Phantoms. Lucas Slikovsky, AMK. Oh wow,
and Tom Barry with a crucial stick in there to
well played, Tom.
Stop a certain Phantoms
anymore, but we've got a soft spot for him. 1:46 remaining in the period. Another 3 periods to play. Men up high here. Saved by Mar. Cleared. It's going to be icing. Last ditch defence from the Peterborough Phantoms. Charlotte's blood pressure's through the roof. Thank you for tweeting us, Charlotte. Who've you got, fans at home, for your man of the match? For me, tough one. For me, it's going to be Jordan Marr. And for Leeds, well, let's just have a think about that in a moment. Round the half boards.
Glenn Billing and Dylan Hare for me.
Chance, big chance for Leeds. Will Marzi keep him out? That's offside. Face off all the way down there, please. In the neutral zone. So the fans told to orange out the rink. Met with some supports. Face off in the neutral zone, 1:15 remaining. Oh, Phantoms getting caught in their own zone. 295s. Jasper Foster and Mac Howlett. And there are Leeds players up high. We're in the last minute of the game, folks. Look at these three Leeds Knights players. Ralph Sassinis looks up. He sees Griffin. He sees Shudra, I think it is. Phantoms need to clear their lines. Griffin. Rotten bounce there for Shudra. Still Leeds have the upper hand. 22 seconds of the game to go. This fixture. We're in the last 20 seconds. I tell you what, Marsh should be man of the match. Susters. Oh, Sam Gospel. Wow.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is time at the end of 60 minutes.
So, Norton banged by one of the Leeds players. Weldon needs to come and...
So, at the end of 60 minutes of 2 hours of hockey, it is Phantoms 6, Leeds 0. Cole Shudra having a word. Referee Stephen Matthews waving the Phantoms back to their zone. I don't think anybody predicted this result, but still the chirping and chat goes on. Don't know what's been said. Captain Will Weldon doing the captain's job. Padalek as well, ushering the Phantoms
6,
back.
Leeds Knights 0. Some bad blood at the end of a game which has been played in pretty decent spirits, in all honesty. And both sides need to calm themselves down. There's more hockey to play. Duncan Spears is going to the locker room. Man of the match for me, Jordan Marr. And for the Leeds Knights, I would give it either Bailey Perry or Mac Howlett.
So it's easy to go for the netty for a shutout. My money would go for Glenn Billing. 3 assists plus a goal. Nope, just the 3 assists. But I thought he's been outstanding tonight. However, with a shutout, Marr would be the obvious choice.
Hayward is telling the Phantoms that they're going to shake hands, I think.
And if there is that much ill feeling, then perhaps that's not necessarily a bad idea. And there is still chirping from Zach Brooks.
Needs to calm down.
Be interesting to see if there was a call on Duncan Spears as he's headed off to the locker room. So we await the man of the match and love to see your tweets. We've still just about got time. So, Lord of all existence to tweet it, disappointed with the score, but well played Phantoms. Will we get a pity goal? Unfortunately for you guys, didn't quite happen. So, Lynn Webb is going for a cottage pie celebration.
Some of the crowd booing Leeds, but
that's not
a quality side. Phantoms fans stand around their own goal. So very unusual for the handshake not to take place.
But good to see the Knights shaking hands with the Phantoms bench. Led off again there by Dylan Hare.
Leeds across the season, average goals against is 2.56. Phantoms have done a real good job tonight. I have to say to you, when we were having our conversations before the game tonight, I thought the Phantoms would win on home ice. I am absolutely astounded by the result, and yes, I am aware it's only half time.
Absolutely, but this, I don't think, in their wildest dreams, the Phantoms would have dreamed of this. So the man of the match.
Kieran Brown is man of the match.
He always plays well, always gives a good account of himself. Not necessarily the choice I would have made, but again, good value for it. So well done, Kieran Brown.
Kieran Brown wins the box of Wayne. Matt Howard skates around and to take the applause. And Hayward's having a word with Pollard.
Seemed quite a friendly word with Pollard there. Seemed to be, I'm not quite sure what was said, but didn't seem to be any malice there. So, shall we just call Jordan Marr up now?
Man of the match for the Peterborough Phantoms, number 33, Jordan Marr.
And again, the obvious choice. Personally, and even as an ex-netty, I'm going to get thrown out of the union for this. I'd have gone Billing.
Jordan Marr with the shutout. Sam Gospel having a word with the officials. Sam Gospel is a lot. I have to say, Gospel made 2 saves in the last 30 seconds, minute, that could have put this tie beyond doubt.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we know that Knights are capable of winning by 6. They've done it here on Phantoms ice, or what we laughingly refer to as ice. Can they do it at home? I have no doubt it is possible. So there is still 60 minutes to play, but I genuinely did not believe for 1 second that we would be heading to Yorkshire with a 6-0 lead.